Ever since we started doing Is It Gaming in 1993, we've pioneered how YouTube videos are made. Our iconic format of having two guys sitting at a thing, whether it be a desk or a couch playing a video game, has been tried and tested over the many decades. However, as famous philosopher Mark Twain once said, there are no original ideas. They all come from one place. And that one place is us. Is It Gaming?
They say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And if that's true, then I am extremely flattered by the amount of people who have decided to copy what we do down to the exact style that we have become known for. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but all of them are plentiful.
Hello, ladies. I'm Ravioli Supremo.
And I'm Saltman.
And today we are going to be ranking the Is It Gaming clones. So let's get started. Also, there's no criticism allowed on this video, alright guys? So if you criticize in the comments, you are banned from the channel, you are banned from the Discord server.
We will find out where you work, we will get you fired. We will mail a box with a live rat in it to your house.
Holy fuck. You are done, okay, if you criticize this video. Alright, let's get started. We're gonna start off this list strong with Game Grumps, one of the first Is It Gaming clones dating all the way back to the year 2000.
The famous philosopher Craig T. Nelson once said, "Every masterpiece has its cheap copy." And I firmly believe that Game Grumps has fulfilled this prophecy.
I have to agree with you there, Salt. Game Grumps is practically a carbon copy of Is It Gaming, down to the exact people hosting the show. Just imagine if Salt was the host instead of the co-host. That's what Game Grumps is. And the other host was just like me with a fucking perm or some shit. You might be saying, oh, these guys aren't Is It Gaming clones. You're just being jealous. Well, let's look at the facts, okay? If you were to go on their channel right now and click most popular video, look at that. Their most popular video, 17 million views, is an official trailer for a show called Good Game. Tell me that is not ripping off us. Our most popular video is Toilet Week, Elmo Takes a Shit. That has nothing to do with the main show. That was a spin-off show that lasted one episode. Fact. These motherfuckers ain't even grumpy. They ain't even grumpy. Look at that shit. The motherfucker's smiling. What is this?
And let's not forget about the notorious N-word controversy.
Yes, that was very bad. We have never had that sort of thing ever happen on our show. This is also one of the first Is It Gaming clones to ever kick off a host from the show. That's right, the original host, JonTron, was booted off, and a lot of people do not know why. When I messaged Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps to ask him about the JonTron situation, he sent me this voice message that's, I'm gonna be honest, quite chilling. I'll just go ahead and play the whole thing for you guys so you can really get a grasp on the kind of person that Ego Raptor Aaron Hansen truly is.
Haha! When there's rain, there's bound to be mud!
Oh. That is fucking disgusting.
I have to agree with you, Primo. How could you support someone who could just straight up do that?
Exactly, Salt. This is just vile, putrid, horrifying, disgusting, but their Mickey Mouse video was pretty good, so I'm gonna have to put them in the B tier. Now, next up, we have Oni Plays. These guys have been pretty popular in the past couple years. They're actually the first Is It Gaming clone to have a rotating cast of multiple hosts. Chris is the goofy one. Lyle's the sassy one. Tomar has been found guilty for the murder of 19 school children. Zach's the goofy one.
And let's not forget about Corey Delaminguez. He loves Sonic and he loves eating gyros.
Yeah, Oni Plays is pretty good. But recently there's been something that's come to my attention that's quite shocking, to be honest. You see, the YouTuber H-Bomber guy made a video a couple months back where he exposed this other YouTuber for not citing the sources for his videos. This video brought to light a very important issue that really stuck out to me. Plagiarism does exist on YouTube. That really got me thinking. All these Is It Gaming clones, you know, they kind of stick to their own thing, but Have they secretly been plagiarizing our channel? So I dug deeper in Oni Play's history, and I found out that they actually had copied a joke from one of our iconic 2011 Let's Plays of Tomb Raider. Don't believe me? Have a look for yourself.
Would you fuck Elma Smego, Primo?
Would I fucking what?
Would you fuck Elma Smego?
I don't know what that is.
Would you fuck Elvis Smego, Lyle?
Would I fucking what?
Would you fuck Elvis Smego?
I don't know what that is.
So there it is. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
But we have to admit, we love a good Oni Plays video every now and then. And that is why Oni Plays is going in the S tier for stinky.
Up next we have Super Mega, or as their fans refer to them as, the Funny Brothers. Or as I refer to them as, the ghetto school children that were featured in that Markiplier video.
Oh, I love Markipliers.
Was that the bite of 87? Was that the bite of 87?
Yeah, these guys were pretty similar to Only Plays in the fact that they only played video games for the longest time until they branched out and started doing comedy sketches, which are way much more better than this god-awful piece of shit. But basically, they lost their million subscriber status after this
respectable young woman
who does OnlyFans called them out for being fucking pedophiles or some shit. I don't know. I don't keep up with internet drama. I don't really care. None of these people mean anything to me. I recognize less and less internet celebrities every year.
Was that the bite of 87?
He protect, he attract, he come back on, he fell back, but most importantly, he got his life back on track. Super Mega is back and uploading more and more videos every time. And that's why I'm putting them in the C tier for consistency. Up next, we have Mind Pulp, who is the first clone on this list to not deviate at all from our style and pretty much do exactly what we do, with little to no changes.
Let's see. 2 people hosting the video? Check. Videos uploaded once every week? Check. Iconic 24-hour joking in the corner live stream?
You better believe it. It's fitting that they're called Mind Pulp because once I see their video, once I watch the videos, all my brain turns to pulp. You better believe. And these guys are not only taking pages from our book by copying our entire style, but they also taking pages from our book by playing the exact same games that we do. For instance, they have played the Family Guy video game on the Xbox.
On which we used to rely.
You guys ever heard of that show called Family Guy?
Motherfucker, what kind of question is that? Who doesn't know Family Guy? More people watch Family Guy than yo crummy ass. So yeah, why settle for the shitty knockoff when you got the real thing right here? Mind Pulp is basically the worst fucking channel to ever exist. A tier. Up next we have Input, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put you on the spot right now. If I don't get an immediate response of what the N in Input stands for, I'm just going to assume that it's the worst N-word possible. And if that's the case, you guys are so canceled. Now, believe it or not, Input is not an organic Is It Gaming clone. In fact, they are actually a clone of Mind Pulp, which is a clone of Is It Gaming. So technically, this channel is a clone of a clone. And on top of that, they have also played the Family Guy video game. So now we have a problem. We have 3 channels that are practically identical to each other, each playing the exact first level of the Family Guy video game. And it really begs the question, how many times do we need to see the Jew fraternity level from the Family Guy Back to the Multiverse video game? The answer is 0 times, because everybody has played the first level of the Family Guy game, and nobody has played anything past that level. Fact.
And I swear, if you guys don't tell me what the N in Input stands
I
for...
already said that.
Oh.
Listen, all I'm saying is you guys gotta do a video on Big Dick at the Beach or I'm unsubscribing. But for now, I'm gonna have to put you guys in the N tier because you're gonna have to tell me what the N stands for eventually. You can't hold out on me like this. I'm eagerly awaiting the answer, guys. Jammed. I shouted these guys out in the Shrek 2 video and they stopped uploading. You
ungrateful little... Now this is where it starts to get really confusing, because Jammed is a clone of Input, which is a clone of Mindpulp, which is a clone of us. So essentially we've gone full Inception here.
Now what exactly differentiates these guys from the other Is It Gaming clones? Well, you see, this channel actually has 4 people as the hosts of the show. Now this sounds like a good idea, in theory, but without the proper equipment, it can actually throw off the circadian rhythm of the whole entire show, you know? There's a reason there's only 2 people, right? Because if there was like 3 or 4 or 5 people, right?
I mean, there's not enough room. I mean, that's why they say 2 is company, 3's a crowd.
Yeah,
and 4 is just too much.
Now, I mean, I gotta commend these guys. They had a good thing going with their first ever season of their brand new show. Unfortunately, it did end with the best of season 1, and they have not uploaded a single video since this moment.
How was the marketing meeting?
I quit.
What?
I quit.
Quit?
I quit and I feel great. You should quit with me.
I should quit?
You should quit with me right now.
We just got here.
At least they went out with dignity, without having an OnlyFans bitch try to cancel them. I'm putting them in the B tier for giving up. Up next, we have Triple Jump. Now, these guys are essentially the UK branch of Is It Gaming. It's like how most American shows have a British equivalent that's way less popular in every way.
It's usually because British humor is far too subtle for us Americans to get.
Oh yes, they really hit the nail on the head with that one. British humor is far too subtle for Americans to get, isn't that right, Smithy?
Indeed, far too subtle for those school shooters and arsonists.
Yeah, they're subtle with everything except the names of their shows. You see, Is It Gaming, the name proposes a question. Is it gaming? Is it not gaming? You have to watch the show to find out. Meanwhile, with these guys and their show, you know that they're the worst games ever, or the weirdest games ever.
Well, in that case, I retract my former compliment. Isn't that right, Smithy?
Indeed, they should be burned at the stake.
A fair punishment if I say so myself.
Quite agreeable.
I have to give Triple Jump some points for originality. Being based in the UK means that they do not have the same games that we have here, aside from Leisure Suit Larry, of course, which they're clearly playing a different version of it because the quarters minigame is not that easy. Maybe they have some sort of cheat engine installed? I don't really know.
Yeah, all these European games are kind of wacky. They all feature the same joke about a schmungus walking into a bar and just yelling, "Hooah!"
What? So as you can see, they pretty much got the exact same layout for each of the videos. Damn, can you let me get my shit off first?
Oh, sorry, man, my bad.
No, dude, I lost my entire train of thought. I forgot the entire point I was gonna make. I don't even know anymore. Now, their show, The Worst Games Ever, is pretty much the exact same thing as Is It Gaming, to the point where they have even hacked into our databases and found out that we would be uploading a video on the George of the Jungle video game on June the 7th of this year, so that they could do that video before us.
Typical Is It Gaming clone. Doing our ideas before we even do them.
But then we have a look at their weirdest games ever show, which I don't really know what the difference is, except the fact that they have added a female as an extra third host. Now, as I have mentioned previously in this video, this is a big no, okay? You cannot have more than 2 hosts. On top of this, the fact that they made this host a female, guys, let's be real here. Everyone knows that women don't play video games. Only Candy Crush and variations of Candy Crush. Fact. Anyway, final verdict. Triple Jump should have ended after 1 season, like how the UK Office ended after 1 season and the US version became a beloved classic. I'm putting Triple Jump in the D tier because I haven't used this one yet. Lanky Box is like, Is It Gaming for toddlers? Like actual 3-year-olds. And because there's so many toddlers in the world, this has ended up becoming one of the most successful branches of Is It Gaming.
I'm gonna be real with you. These guys are like almost 30-year-olds making jokes about the digital circus for 3-year-olds. Like, come on, get real. And also, I see their stuff in the Walmart toy section, and it disgusts me.
Has a huge crush on Poppy, so he wants to know all of her favorite things. I do not.
See, this is why you can only rely on Is It Gaming, because we're not going to be making cringe jokes about the digital circus or the Poppy Playtime.
But we will make jokes about the Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, the Skibbity toilet's not off limits for us. I mean, let's be honest. Professionals have standards, okay? I'm not even going to rank these fucking guys. What if you had a show about two dumbasses who reference dead memes for 30 plus minutes while screaming and drinking funny juice? You get Is It Gaming. Cold Ones is like that, but Australian and backed by a successful clothing/alcohol company so that they can get away with shitting and coming on camera.
This is the first Is It Gaming clone where the main show is actually less interesting than the other stuff they do. I only really care about the videos where they go on Cameo and pay celebrities to say they're crushing their cock and balls with a rock.
Basically, they took the name of Hot Ones and turned it into Cold Ones because they'd be drinking a cold juice. If they drank a warm beverage, would it be called Warm Ones? There's only one thing I have left to say about Cold Ones.
Was that the bite of 87?
J Network Gaming. J Network Gaming. But yeah, that's pretty much every important Is It Gaming clone ranked. There's actually hundreds upon millions of these channels because, let's be real, everyone who has uploaded a video to YouTube is ripping off of our concept of uploading to YouTube. For example, this guy who created a whole site called YouTube specifically to copy what we do. Honestly, it's like the quote at the beginning of this video. Every single idea comes from Is It Gaming, and Oppenheimer said that. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say.
Wait! We just got a response from Input as to what the N stands for. Listen!
Haha! When there's rain, there's bound to be mud. Oh.
That's it. I've had enough. You fuckers are going to the Shadow Zone.